A man is dead, shot and killed by a Cincinnati police officer. It happened this morning near Fountain Square after a robbery in Over-the-Rhine. Police say the suspect put a knife to a security guard's throat at the Kroger on Vine Street. Local 12's Brad Underwood is live now downtown as police try to sort out the timeline of events. Hi, Brad.
Well, hi, Megan. Investigators, they're going to use officer statements, witness interviews, and video evidence from cameras that surround Government Square here to find the truth about what happened this morning. And after that shooting incident, that fatal shooting, officers took a barrage of questions from concerned citizens about not only the state of police relations across the country, but here in Cincinnati. Moments after the fatal shooting, detectives collect evidence as Police Chief Eliot Isaac addresses reporters. A nearby crowd begins to grow. Emotions are high.
We don't feel safe, you know. At any moment, we might end up getting murdered, you know, shot by the police. The problem is why people got to die, man. Why are killings going on, you know? Every time we turn around, people are dying, people are getting killed, murdered.
I can explain some of that for you if you want.
As details emerge and rumors spread as to what happened, Sergeant Dan Hills takes questions from those upset after the shooting.
And the emotions involved and everything. I want to listen to it. I want to be part of helping understand how you feel and how you feel, sir. And at the same time, I want to be able to communicate back how it is we feel.
We don't believe in the integrity of the police.
My son's 6 years old, and he gave me a kiss and said, "Mommy, be careful, don't get killed by the police." He's 6. So if he see y'all, he's scared at 6 years old.
Now that has to be an awful feeling.
Yes,
that has to be an awful feeling for when that's delivered that way. When people feel that way, I think that's an awful feeling. But I think sometimes, if I may I please? I think sometimes some of that has to do with disinformation that's put out there because the shootings that we've had here in Cincinnati, the recent shootings, there has been almost no question of them at all. We have people that are pulling guns on policemen. We have things like that. We don't know what's happened here, and I ask for patience. Alongside Sergeant Hills, Reverend Peterson Mingo urges everyone to stay calm.
Right now, that there be no rush to judgment. This incident was fully recorded.
CPD doesn't have body cameras yet, but there are cameras all over the downtown street where the shooting took place.
We know what happened. Now we got to look at the cause of what happened. Okay, what was going on with the young man? Did he make any advances? All of it's on tape. And so before we basically make any judgments, the police department is being 100% transparent.
And that transparency will continue, according to the chief, as it has in the past. Now, Chief Isaac says the police department does expect to hold a news conference in the coming days to update the public on this case. Reporting live tonight at Government Square, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News. Megan.
Brad, thank you. If you have information on what happened, you are asked to call police.